This is the Naya Aggro deck that got to rank 1 on the standard ranked ladder this month, and I guess it's not a surprise that an aggro deck did it, but specifically this one is extremely fast and has some ridiculously explosive draws. Now I'm pretty sure you've seen like the Gruul Picnic Ruiner. You know, this card gets double strike when you attack and you control a creature with 4 power or more. And now we're just adding the Virtuoso, which is the other white card. And then in the sideboard, we gain access to a few white spells that are really good against specifically like mono red and stuff like that, where you need to race. And that gives you a lot of like flexibility in those matchups over the one track direction of Gruul. And the consistency of having an ultra powerful 2-drop into a bunch of buffs is obviously higher when you have 2 cards that you can find on turn 2 that can just completely take over immediately on turn 3. And the Virtuoso, if you don't know what it is just a 1/1 double striker, and when you target it with a spell, it connives, which means it can gain +1/+1 if you discard a non-land permanent. A non-land spell, I mean. So you have 2 double striking big cards. Also, we have the Questing Druid, which is the other 2-drop, gives you card advantage with the Seek the Beast. You exile the top 2 cards, and you can play them until the end of your turn. And also the other side of the actual Druid is a growth type creature where, you know, it can also hold a lot of buffs really well. It has if you give it trample, it can go through for a lot of damage as well. So while not as good as double strike, the flexibility of having like a big creature tied with some potential card advantage is just too good. Obviously you see like the classic mono red kind of aggro 1-drops, the Kumano obviously necessary, and the Swift Sphere same thing. We have a lot of non-creature spells. The Scamp is a card that I underestimated, a card that I think is actually really good. I don't know why it looks kind of weak, but it is surprisingly strong in this deck. So when it deals combat damage, you can sacrifice it to proliferate, and when it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So the any target is really key. It allows you to potentially ping off some pesky creatures like Thalia, for example, sometimes, or like against like go wide token decks. You can really kill, like, you can get a 2-for-1 with this. And against like decks where you're trying to race, you can also stack buffs on this creature, and then when it dies or when it connects face, you can deal like a huge burst damage, basically double damage. It's like double strike essentially. If you want it, it's like double strike, but you lose your creature. So it's kind of, you can only do it in specific scenarios, but it's really good for that extra reach that this deck actually really wants. The Ancestral Anger is a card that hasn't seen much play in standard, but you know, here and there it's pretty good. The draw card is really nice attached to it, so it just gives trample and then power buff depending on how many of these are already in your graveyard, and you draw a card, which is pretty nice. We all know what Audacity does. You just slap it on a creature, +2/+0 trample, really busted. And when it goes into the graveyard, well, you draw a card. That's also really broken. So the card advantage buffs are really important, especially one that sticks around. It's probably the best aura you can put, the best spell you can put on a creature in the early game. The best combat trick you have is Monstrous Rage. We all know what it does, like +2/+0, and Monster Roll, which is +1/+1. So effectively +3/+1 and trample the turn you play it, really good. And the card that is the highlight in this metagame, I think, the highlight, because also it's a new card, is the Dreadmaul's Ire, which is absolutely fantastic. It is a little bit awkward when you're trying to enable the Picnic Ruiner, because this can only be played while you're attacking. So the check happens before, like the check happens when it attacks. So it's already too late before you can put a +2/+2 on something and proc the double strike. But +2/+2 and trample, and when you connect face, you destroy an artifact, which is fantastic in a meta with Schooner, in a meta with like a bunch of tokens everywhere. Like you're gonna hit something, and a buff that also removes something, no matter how small that thing is relevant. And now I'm sure you see it already, but the mana base is complete trash. Thran Portal is so painful in this deck. You will be taking a ton of damage. You have to kill your opponent before they kill, like, really quickly, otherwise you would just die to your own land, basically. On top of that, we have the 8 pain land. So you're taking pain land damage and Thran Portal damage. That's a lot. We also have tap lands early game, which is really rough. You kind of have to play this though, because you need more red sources and white, and this is the only thing left that can enter untapped potentially. The Thicket, I would play more, but you can't because you need the red sources. Like the way this deck is built is a little bit awkward, and I think if I was building it, maybe I would try to look for 1-drops that aren't all red, and also buffs that aren't all red as well. That way you might be able to play the Thicket and maybe even cut the Thran Portal allowing you to, sure, you might not have access to exactly this many red buffs, but maybe there are other buffs in other colors that can be used, opening up your mana base so you take less damage. That's something to consider. I'm not sure, but if you kill your opponent before you die, I mean, it's the pain lands don't really matter, do they? So yeah, this deck does that a lot. The sideboard is like kind of your standard toolbox for like a random, you know, fast, extremely fast aggro deck. You need something to counteract the go wide decks, and specifically this is for Thalia decks where they have a lot of one toughness creatures, but you specifically need to destroy Thalia, otherwise you're gonna lose. The Barrage, which is obviously a cheap removal spell, and specifically in the matchups where it is good, is fantastic. So you should definitely play a few of these. There are a lot of creatures that you want to kill with this. Royal Treatment, which is your premier protection spell in this format, it's absolutely fantastic. The +1/+1 and hexproof, +1/+1 hexproof, and the ward 1 that sticks around is just brutal for your opponent. And it's really important in this deck specifically to protect one of your like really insane creatures, like one of these two basically, and potentially a scamp in the right scenario. So yeah, it's really important to like in slower matchups to protect your creatures essentially. And we also have Tivar Stand, which does give indestructible as well, just in case. I don't know if it's better than 4 Royal Treatment, but originally there were 3 Tivar Stand. I just think that's wrong. I can't see a reason to play Tivar Stand over Treatment when Tivar Stand doesn't give you permanent stats. Basically, it's just for bursts. So maybe if you commit like 4 mana to Stand, it's better than Treatment, but in any other scenario, it's worse. So I don't think it's that useful. Knockout Blow, because against mono red, again, you're taking giga damage, so you need something. You really need something. And then Angel Fire, which is my addition, my own spice. Obviously, I love Angel Fire, so. And I think it's fantastic in this deck. It is the mono red killer. I think you can even remove all the knockout blows and just play like 3 Angel Fire, and you probably win every time against mono red. I mean, I guess you don't win every time because they could like hold up removal and then remove your stuff, so you probably still want a few knockout blows. But if you put an Angel Fire on this or this, it's just all right, GG. I mean, it's game over. Like they will never come back from a double striking lifelinker with Vigilance. Anyways, I've got some pretty cool games lined up here. I hope you enjoy them, and let's get on with it. I think I'm gonna get a 1-lander again. And just draw land. Got Thran Portal is such a well-designed card, but it's so bad. Because everything else is poorly designed. That's what triggers me. No, it's actually like it's close to being super well designed. I think. Oh wait, 2 or fewer. Wait, 2 or fewer other lands. You control 2 or fewer other lands. Okay, no, actually it's okay. So it can come in untapped on turn 3. So it's actually good. It's good card design. I think green is more important. This is so painful because this land is but it's good. It's making me make decisions. I think it has to be green though. And then I have to play 1 creature. Otherwise, ideally, if I wanted to go max tempo, I would just double. I would just double here. We didn't talk about Thran Portal. It's so painful, man. I don't even know if Thran Portal is actually playable in this meta because you can get run over really quickly. Maybe if there was like a 1-mana lifelink thing. Oh god. So what I think is oh wait. Does this work? No, this checks what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, Thran Portal. I think maybe you play Angel Fire in this deck. Maybe. Like I think you need something that lifelinks. Otherwise, like how the heck? I love this card, but I don't think it's gonna check. But let me make sure. I won't. How unfortunate. Well, either way, I have to run this. There's no way that. Okay, I was like, there's no way they have an answer for this, right? This, we all knew this was going to be a good card. What shell is it supposed to be played in? Probably this one. I don't know. This mana base is really something. And I also hate this card. I don't. This card's kind of. It's actually not terrible, but I think it's so low impact most of the time, unless it's on turn 1. Draw 2 for the win? How? Oh, double strike. Oh. True. So risky though, but you're right. It was probably the correct play. Watch me get it too. No. Hey, I'm at 11. I'm at 9. Yay! Grand portal. Wait, is my... Oh wait, my mute button wasn't working. Is it working now? Okay, it's working. They died. Yeah, they died naturally. Yeah. This was a really good draw. Wait, is there monstrous rage in this deck? There is. No. I was like, if that cut down, it's so annoying, man. See why I need lifelink? Like, imagine I'm playing its mono red there. 0% win rate. You need more knockout blows, I think. Also, wait a minute. Why is there only 2 copies of Thicket? Red, 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 red. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Thicket. Maybe not. This card sucks in this deck, but I don't know. This mana base is like one of the worst ever you could play, but you kind of have to play it, right? That's the sad part. Okay, so this deck has... Oh, this is hexproof and indestructible. Okay, so it dodges sweepers. Okay, I did not realize that. Am I just gonna lose this? Probably. Is Ire better than Rage? Probably. The problem is it doesn't proc Ruiner. And what other artifacts could it even have? Okay, Celestis, sure. We're gonna test it. I'm almost positive that Ire is worse than Rage most of the time. Unless your opponent has like at least 2 different artifacts or one that will consistently come down like a 4 of. Like if you're against Schooner, for example, I think it's fine. And those are more creature based. Yeah, boarding out the Ire, yeah. Yeah, I think Ire is supposed to be boarded out. Is Anger better than Audacity? I don't think so. Now this mana base is good. Removal dot deck. Yeah, I think you're supposed to play Ire in a creature matchup, not a removal matchup, potentially. Yeah, this card sucks against aggro. Path of Peril is like pretty devastating. I need my protection spells. Sec might need more protection spells. I don't think 3 is enough. Like, what do you do against removal decks? I wish this was actually... No, I wish it was the roll token one. So an Audacity map turn? Map doesn't do anything for me, though. You have to develop. Like, they have so much removal. This gaining stats is not relevant. I blank their removal with stand. Yeah, but I mean, they're gonna just remove sorcery. And then I have nothing. I guess I still have nothing. That's the problem. Like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? Like, either I play into spot removal and then not developing is like game over because I have nothing, or I play into sweeper by developing and I also lose. So. I fold to peril. I fold to everything. Me buffing a single creature, them not using the removal spell that they were going to use because this is face up, and then them untapping and killing my creature is essentially the exact same thing as me getting hit by a sweeper. Except it's more likely they have random spot removal than they do sweeper. So it's better odds of me at least maybe holding on to a creature or going 2 for 1. Or 2 for 2, I mean. This card is so bad. Kind of I have to keep it. I need to guarantee that this gets... Actually, it's not even gonna get enough stats. Sad. Oh wait, I should put it here. Oh yeah. Well, this can't attack though. Like, this would be much better off just being like any other buff spell, I think, or protection spell even. I think this deck has enough creatures. That's useless. We're still like kind of okay. But that's because they screwed up. They played into my stand even though it was face up, so. Sure, scamp is like fine in very specific scenarios, but I think on average, if you have any other creature on the field, this being a protection spell is probably more upside. But I could be wrong too, so I don't know. I just split 1/1/1, I think. Or do I just go 3 on this? Probably just 3 on this, right? If it dies, it's fine. Kill this. These go to 4 naturally anyways. Oh no, no, it doesn't. Well, it will, it will. Pray it will. I tried Thrill Seeker. This is not my deck. I haven't tried anything. I'm only trying the original list, which I think got #1 Mythic. I think that's what... Bacon, you told me about this deck, right? How do I get out of here? Can I plus on Scamp? That's 5 plus 6 plus 6, 12, 17. It's lethal, right? Wait, maybe this camp is broken. I'm not sure why they went that much on this, right? Couldn't they just do... Oh, no, they couldn't, yeah. Kind of interesting, really. Okay. I got a little scared there. I was like, what? What's going on? Don't forget to click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell if you want to keep up with my future uploads. Anyways, back to the gameplay. There's got to be a good bat deck that isn't Rafine, but it's just not realistic. It's just not realistic. 21 lands, 1 drop into anger, draw land, GG, or I don't even know if I'm supposed to mulligan this. For science. I'm not a very adept player of lowland aggro. It's actually, it triggers me. It triggers me to not have mana in hand. No, just ask. I want to just picnic ruiner here. Like, this is Rafine, right? They don't have that much removal. I need to drink water, dude. Oh. Well, that's also fine. And that's also... That's very fine. Land, red source, GG. Yeah, it's a 5-color legends, right? Or something. The Giga Chad draw. Come to Papa. Okay, now I have another question. Shouldn't this deck just be Gruul then? Actually, no, I don't agree with that because I'm only doing this because I have Picnic Ruiner, right? Like it's only this good because I have Picnic Ruiner. I think I just let this happen. I don't even push, right? Place camp. Destroy them next turn. No lethal opportunity. 5, 5, 6. No. Close though, but like you can play this deck with Gruul mana and have like way better mana. And I mean way better. Like not Thran Portal mana. So if the only real advantage is you getting access to another double striker, which is Virtuoso, which is really good by the way. But is it justified? Probably not. You could play Lizard Blades. You could also play the 2/2 colorless dragon thing. You lose Angel Fire Ignition, which I think is bad though. Guess I just won't show Monstrous Rage. I don't think it's a huge deal. Oh, I have to. Actually, no, I didn't have to. Wait, no. One? No, I had to. Why no rage here? That's an extra 7. Was that lethal? Did I miscount? It's possible. Because I forgot about prowess, but I'm not sure. I think it was 2 off when I calculated this at 6 with Monstrous Rage. It was 1 off, right? When I did the math, it was 2 off, and I counted this as 6 power. Okay, it was off. It was not correct then. Because it's always better to develop in a position where I'm ahead anyways, because this will also guarantee the lethal next turn. Like, guarantee, no matter what. There's no need to push for damage in a position where I have complete board control and they have a deck that has no removal. Oh, putting them on 1 with Kumano in hand was good. That's true. I guess it's the same. Yeah, oh yeah. I didn't see that because I didn't count this as 7. If I did count 1 off, that makes more sense. But either way, it's like exactly the same outcome. There's no coming back from that. How do you board against this? Seems so weird because I guess there's just double Angel Fire plus like random. I feel like Strangle would be a card you probably might want in this deck. I'm not even sure Festivities is that good because if people are going wide with a bunch of 1 power creatures, can't you just go through them with a double strike trample? I'm not sure if this is better than Strangle or not. Maybe. Oh, Thalia is going to be a huge problem, yeah. Yes. Do I just play Barrage just for Thalia? It's so cringe, but I think I have to. But like, how many? I can't really. No, I can't. I can't. You can't do anything against Thalia, actually. This deck has nothing. I need Strangle. I think it's more important. Because then I would feel okay bringing it against like random. I guess you play Festivities against Thalia decks normally. That is also true. Kind of tough. There's no answer to Thalia. There's no answer to that thing either. Now I kind of regret not boarding in Festivities, but I didn't know they had that. And then again, it's like land roulette with this deck. Can you hit or not? And the answer is no. Or maybe. No. Well. I'll get it next turn. There's still a chance here. I can't tell. I feel like it's. I guess it depends what their next play is. If I hit Ruiner into land, Audacity, Rage, Anger, I think I still lose though. At least I got the life gain off. Let's see, 2, 2, 2. No, 3, 2, 2, 7, 9, 18. Nope. Didn't hit anyways. I'm really starting to think that the white is just not worth it. I have to respect Thalia. No way around that. Very, very good. If no removal, which post board is not guaranteed. I can't afford to lose this. Please live. No. They're targeting it. Yes. I boarded correctly. Okay. Huge. Now I'm happy to have the white, obviously, but hmm. I mean, if it doesn't die, it's over. Unless I have Thalia again. Are they dead? I don't know actually. Maybe. Oh, it's not off. I calculated lethal. I wasn't 100% sure after I went to combat. Scam? No, it was more so virtuoso doing like really good stuff. Wow, I haven't seen a good hand in like. This is not even good. I was like, I haven't seen a good hand with this deck in a while, and then I realized it was not a good hand. I mean, last game we had. Oh man, if only I drew that early. Oh, whatever. This is probably just looking like a discard Kumano into questing. Stop spreading lies about Q time. It's true though. I forgot to think about best of one players. They have no Q time. But that still doesn't take away from my point that the game is not as popular. I'm scared. Timeless will save her and oh, it will. I mean, I'm scared, but also like, is there another play? My whole hand is terrible. I should have done that in combat. I forgot this. I'm too used to playing with the other sorcery speed. Like, I don't really play with Monstrous Rage that much, but I do play with Audacity a decent amount, or have played with Audacity a decent amount. It's possible I should have played Druid there. I just don't know what I'm facing. Like, if I'm facing a deck that can grind, I think it's better to not play Druid. But... well, I can't interact with that, so... and they get a treasure for free, wow. Probably should have played Druid if I was expecting something like that. You use the treasure for that? Can I go for lethal with this play? I don't think so. I think I still need to use this. I think all streamers that have infinite resources to play the game are excited to play Timeless because it's new content, right? So that is completely understandable, no problems there. 5, 7, 9, okay. But the thing is, people who are in the position where they have like basically infinite resources and they can spend a ton of money cannot put themselves in the shoes of people that can't. That's their problem. Like a very selfish point of view. Like everybody's like, yeah, it's expensive, but like, I don't know. I don't really know what their arguments are. I don't even know because it doesn't even make sense to me. It's for players who have been playing a long time. Now we have use for our cards that we grinded in draft. So it's like specifically draft players that also play constructed might want to play timeless. Like that, the crossover between limited players and constructed players is already like not super huge. Like focus, like limited players who have grinded out all the cards that have like infinite resources. The amount of those that play constructed, very, very small. Now you might have a few of those cards from drafting, but it shouldn't be enough to play in timeless unless you drafted the exact sets where those cards are in. And you have like most of them. But that is not the majority of players, I'll tell you that much. Most of them have not drafted at all. Anyways, is it aggro? Oh, but that's not blue. Oh boy. Black or black white attracts a ramp? What? Does the Is It artifact deck have removal? I think it I mean my version. Oh wait. We have this card. That's interesting. I feel like I should play some protection spells on the draw. That's the but again, the problem, it's a double-edged sword, right? You either hit mana and it's really good, or you're mana screwed, and this is like actually just dead. So on maybe on the draw I can afford to play more. I don't know. Here's another point about Timeless that I didn't make. The problem is that like new formats are cool if the developers incentivize you to play those formats through giving you partial access to it through, you know, resources. Like if they gave you one copy of each card maybe or something like that. Like if they were willing to show us that they were, you know, new format, it's expensive, but we're gonna like lessen the burden on your wallets and on your collection by like giving out a bunch of cards or something. Like then I would 100% support everything new Magic like Wizards do, because it's for the good of the game, right? Like they have good intentions, but it's never been like that. I can't believe I have 4-lander with this deck. Like the times where I want like not a 4-lander. Okay, there's no way I'm drawing land though, so whatever. They give us free gold and 3 packs. Well, nice. Well, that's gonna jumpstart my collection. I mean, the thing is, the good news is 21 lands. You start with 4, you never draw a land again, right? Surely. God, I want to cast this so bad and just like screw them over next turn, but it's not worth it. You don't need treasure maps in an Atraxa deck. Okay, that is pretty much gonna kill me. But is it gonna kill me before my Thran portal kills me? Erase. Yikes. I'm scared. All paper cards are legal in this format, like Historic before this Alchemy mess, but a little bit more powerful. Well, it's not all paper. Oh, Modern was all paper cards are legal? I didn't know that. Oh, get it. I was like, wait, that's not any target. I got for a second there, I almost thought this was face only. I got extremely terrified. Isn't this just Picnic Ruiner? I wouldn't draw though, it's kind of awkward. No, it's double Audacity into Picnic Ruiner number 2, right? Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking there. Like I forgot I could just cast everything. That was the problem. Yeah, Treasure Map is not a card you need in ramp at all. I don't know what list that was, but play Beanstalk. Well, I guess I should have +3/+3 though. I was not expecting that. Can you blame me though? That's a 5/0 list from MTGA. Yeah, but what I need is if you don't own a card in the ramp deck, as long as it's not like the core cards, you can just replace it with whatever. I have to play it. Like, I have so many buffs that having a creature on the field is probably just too good. What did I say about not drawing a land again? How do I have a 4-land start and end up on 7? Hello? Not cool. Not cool at all. Very not cool. I lost her brother. It's I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, I was not playing on this. So. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, that bricks all sagas? That's kind of cool. No. No, it's this. It's this. Chill. The scam comes in again. Maybe I've been a little bit too mean to this camp. It's won me a few games, I think, already. If you enjoy my content and would like to help me keep making it, consider supporting me over on Patreon, where you're going to access to a bunch of bonus videos, as well as other rewards depending on the tiers. And thank you so much to all the lovely patrons that are already subscribed. I appreciate it very much. And I will see you all in the next video.